The Atlanta Country Club provides plenty of scoring and a lot of exciting finish play.
Oh, wonderful stroke! That may win him the tournament right there.
We have seen some shots today. A great victory.
Corey Pavin, the champion.
David Duval at the age of 20 years old vaults into the league.
What better way to end than that right there?
That has to be a drive of 360 yards. John Daly. The bell sound. That's as good as I've ever seen. I'll tell you that right there.
Beginning with the Doug Sanders Scholarship Celebrity Show, the 1969 Atlanta Golf Classic got underway when top stars in the golfing world teamed up to match putts and drives with a glittering array of entertainment, sports, and business personalities in the Eastern Airlines-sponsored Pro-Am tournament. There is no doubt that the Atlanta Country Club's 7,053-yard par 72 course is both beautiful and challenging. It takes big prize money and a top golf course to attract the who's who of golfing. And for the course, well, architect Joe Finger and Willard Bird have carved out of 1,000 acres of North Georgia land one of the most challenging courses on the PGA Tour.
I think that the golf course is much improved from last year. It seems to be in, the greens seem to be in quite good shape, and this is a difficult golf course, the type of golf course that if you hit a bad shot, you're going to pay for it.
And coming from Jack Nicklaus, who failed to make the cut this year, that is quite a compliment and a tribute to Jim Clay, a man with imagination and dedication, founder of the Atlanta Country Club, and who started the Atlanta Golf Classic.
Well, Jim, you've made a tremendous contribution to golf, and also you've done a tremendous amount for all the players that are playing in this tournament, and I know they're very indebted to you.
Well, Bob, thank you, but of course I'm just one out of 1,000 people, and I kind of feel like old Hawkins. They were interviewing Hawkins and Jimmy Orr from the Baltimore Colts the other day, and they asked Orr and Hawkins who they thought had done more for the tournament golf and bringing people to the tournaments. And in one quick second, Hawkins says, there's no question about it, the many guides. And we have 342 of those girls working and helping us in this tournament.
Well, Jim, you come in a close second, and thank you for coming to our microphone. Dan Yates, you are one of the founder members of the Atlanta Country Club, and I know that you've worked hard with Jim Clay in getting this tournament underway. Jim tells me that you've done a tremendous job on this golf course, which I think is one of the finest conditioned and playing golf courses for the short space of time that it's been in existence.
Bob, Jim has had me involved in the club since the beginning, and he and I worked very closely together in developing the course. And for the last 3 or 4 years, I've been chairman of the Green Committee. And although we've come a pretty long way, I think we still have a lot of work to be done. And I think by this time next year, we'll pretty much have the course in the shape we want it.
Bert Yancey, 7 feet between him and victory. The Atlanta Golf Classic, the culmination of the hopes and dreams, the hard work and dedication of hundreds of unnamed people. People working together to make this event one of the most important and popular on the PGA Tour.
His third effort. It is very likely that all 3 members of this group will birdie this hole.
Off the back edge, about 20 feet away. This to go 12 under. Certainly. Beautiful putt from about 2 feet off the edge, and Graham in 4th place now. 12 under, we go back to 15.
Well, this has been the leader by 7 shots. Going for his 16th birdie in 33 holes, and there he has a wonderful chance. What staggering figures.
Earlier, here's Joe Inman's 3rd effort.
with that, he should be pretty well assured of second place. Andy Bean, sitting in command, with an 8-stroke lead over Joe Inman, comes to 18 safely on in 2 shots. He'll be the champion. Second place will go to Joe Inman, who's about to putt right now from Clover, South Carolina. He lit it after 2, and he finishes with a flourish. 15 under.
CBS Sports proudly presents the PGA Tour from the Atlanta Country Club in Atlanta, Georgia.
I'm Rick Barry, and I'll be at the 16th hole, the 191-yard par 3 hole. The golfers will be hitting uphill to a cloverleaf green that is protected by 3 bunkers.
I'm Ben Reithauber reporting the play from the 17th hole. 395 yards, an attractive par 4, whereas fairway wood or long iron has to be threaded through the trees, avoiding a bunker at the left-hand angle of the dogleg. A medium or short iron to a well-protected green.
And I'm Vin Scully. I'll be at the 18th. 491-yard par 5, rough down the right side, water down the left. A thin-necked fairway leading to a well-guarded green. The pin placement on Sunday is behind the bunker on the golfer's left. It'll make it particularly difficult. Out on the fairway, 1964 United States Open champion Ken Venturi. But right now, let's check the leaderboard for the final round of the 12th Atlanta Classic.
Georgia.
The 1981 Atlanta Golf Classic.
If you like it laid back, if you like it easy and syrupy, we can guarantee it.
Georgia.
Yeah, that's the place.
Georgia.
East Cobb County.
Earlier, this is Jack Nicklaus attempting to get at the ball. Now, he cannot ground his club because he is in a hazard. The hazard is not only the creek, it's the entire right side of the cart path. So Nicklaus trying to get his footing, and what he's doing, he slipped at one point, fell down a little bit. Up.
There are a lot of hackers across America who must take some solace in the fact that even the great ones get into trouble like that.
He hit the ball into the drop area, but that's not where he dropped it. He's there in 2, shooting 3. Has to take it up over the corner of the trees just a little bit. And what a recovery. You've seen it so many times, you know, it just seems to rise to the occasion. He does and everything else. Ben's with Jack right now.
Jack, that was still a tremendous risk you took playing it. If you'd have gone into the hazard from there, you'd still had to go back about 150 yards.
Well, when you're 4 shots behind, Ben, it really doesn't make a whole lot of difference unless you can make some birdies. And, you know, I've had the ball close to the hole the last few times, or last few holes, and haven't been able to get anything in the hole, and, well, it's been one of those days.
We saw you miss 2 shortish putts, obviously, when you came into camera range at 13 and 14. Have you missed a lot of short ones apart from that?
Oh, all of them, yes. I managed a an up and down out of the bunker at 2 for a birdie with about a 2.5-foot putt, and I managed a 2-putt green at 11 for birdie. So it's been a very exciting putting afternoon.
Thank you, Jack.
Yes, big putt. Nice going.
Now it's the Georgia Bulldogs against Stanford. It's Tommy Watson and Tommy Valentine at 11 under. And what the good old boys say is true. This dog can hunt.
He put it that like he had been there before.
So, extra hole starting at 16. The Atlanta Classic is not over yet. It's Watson and Valentine tied at 11 under par.
Whoa, look, watch out. Oh, look out.
Oh, Georgia came to a complete halt on that one. So that was not the bold, carefully placed putt at 16. However, he's made it. So on to 17 they go, locked in sudden death, each with a par.
Watson now for birdie at 17. This is absolutely fantastic.
And this crowd at 18 is thrilled that there they are. They sat patiently under threatening skies. There were people here at 11 o'clock this morning. That's over 7 hours ago, and it has been well worth the wait.
As we were walking down 17, you said when you're against that fellow, you may have to hold that putt for a half. Those were prophetic words.
Well, when you're playing the best in the world, you kind of expect things like that to happen, like him chipping it up inside my first putt, and it didn't surprise me in the least bit. But once again, I hit a pretty good putt there, too.
And this ball, if it hits, it should move a little bit from right to left. And with a good checking in the
bunker, and in the back bunker, it might be wedged up against the back lip of the bunker. It would appear, Ken, from the cold eye of an impartial observer, that he's in a lot of trouble.
The people have sensed what's happened. He looked up and shook his head at the ball. Something about that bunker shot. Maybe it's not too close. I was surprised he could even get the ball on the green.
That's right. It was wedged up against the back lip, and the people know what an impossible shot it was. He not only got it out, there was that split-second hope that flashed like lightning here in Atlanta, as if to say it's going to hit the flagstick. But of course now he's well below the hole, and Watson is in Fat City.
I don't think he likes to win, but enjoy winning like that.
We're going to hear from Tom Watson and also from Tommy Valentine, who came in second, a magnificent golfing show as they went 3 holes in sudden death. And we'll be back at the Atlanta Classic after this.
Tom Watson, congratulations and also commiserations and many congratulations to you, Tom, for the way you handled yourself. Tom, he really had an impossible place in that back of that bunker and played a magnificent stroke.
There's no question about that. He had a shot there that he played about the best shot he could. If it bounced twice in the grass, the ball might have gone in the hole.
Mm-hmm. Tom Valentine, the adrenaline was flowing.
Well, I had 95 yards to the hole, and my sand wedge usually doesn't go 105 like it did then, but, you know, when I was a little charged, I appreciate the people here in Atlanta. Uptown, down south, we love you here. Great city.
Pete and Colbert tied for the lead. Pete is through, and Colbert with a lot of golf left. Let's go back, and I don't think you'll mind this. Let's go back to 17 and look at that shot out of the bunker.
That was not an easy shot, Calvin. Your feet are above the ball's below your feet there, and it's a hard shot.
Very hard shot. All I was thinking about then on that particular shot was getting the club up quick so I could get the height on the ball so it'll land softly on the green. But fortunately, it just kept rolling and went right in.
That is a phenomenal round of golf, Pat. What a great, great round.
As always, when CBS brings you golf, we bring you Ken Venturi at the 18th hole, our CBS golf analyst. Surprisingly low scores, don't you think, Ken?
Well, the golf course is in great shape. It plays over 7,000 yards, Pat, but the rain last night have made the green softer. but they've spiked up. It doesn't seem to make a difference. They still score well. The par 5s are where they're getting under par, like 18. They make a lot of birdies. But to these players, as well as they play, the conditions are great. And if you're not in double figures, you're just not on top of the leaderboard.
Hey, what's the matter with him?
Congratulations on the Open.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
You guys have been following Fuzzy Zoeller. What is it about him that you like so much?
His personality, and I think he's kind of funny.
It's funny?
I think he's funny. I think he's a great golfer. He's just a good golfer.
Just a good golfer. Is he a great golfer?
Great golfer.
Number 7, a 340-yard par 4. This for birdie 3.
Ed Kite goes to 17. Down to 8th.
Excuse me, Pat. 550 yards, and that's another birdie. He is making everything in sight today, Pat.
He went on to bogey the 9th hole and slipped back to 17. Still enjoys a 2-stroke advantage.
That to him is no different. Laying up would not be anything there. He's got all the room to play with in the world. What's he do? He gives himself a lot of air, and he's a smart player, Pat.
Oh, I tell you, we have had that little draw coming in all week. Man, wow, I haven't had it like that since Augusta, really.
Tom Kite.
19 under.
And the winner.
Norman's second shot, 205 yards at the 18th hole. Coming right over the top of the flag, and there he will be about 30 feet for a possible eagle that could put him to 16 under par. And there's the ovation for Greg Norman coming up 18.
He's not through yet.
He doesn't have peaks and valleys. He stays calm, which I think is a great attribute to him. I guess that's a pretty good reason why he's around week after week.
Those shots like that.
He'll have that putt to go 15 under. We'll tie O'Mara for second place, and then if he makes that, be 2 shots behind Sutton. But Hal Sutton is playing behind Tway.
This is a par 4 of 335 yards. Bob Tway has 110 yards to the hole with his second shot. Well, look at that. Just week after week, he is ripping the flagsticks down. Tremendous stuff by Bob Tway. This for the outright lead. Doesn't miss too many of those. The new leader is Bob Tway at 17 under par.
He looks like he knows what he's doing. Tway from 170 yards. 7-iron.
Good hit. Yes.
How good is this young man?
Bob Tway by 2 over Sutton and Hoke.
Bob Tway and the accolades. Bob Tway, when he was a sophomore in high school, his family moved here. There he is.
19 under par.
For its members and guests, the Atlanta Country Club is a delightful golf course. Beautiful, challenging, and very playable. For the pros, it's an absolute dream.
Seen many putts from there, but I feel it's straight. That looks like a pretty good effort.
Yes. Dead center. Dead center.
Larry Nelson on the tee. Remember what happened to him yesterday.
I don't think it'll happen today.
Nope.
Good shape. He can go at the green from there.
Yesterday he went down the slope, had to just punch it out of the drainage area.
Even with that grip, a left to right player. Takes it out towards the bunker. Hang on.
Whoa.
Whoa. Ah, the old rake save. Ah.
Towards the bunker. But you didn't know the rake was there, did you?
I think what he's thinking, trying to do, Raymond, is to make sure he gets the ball back to the hole.
He needs 3, and I'm sure that's his thought.
Well, what a marvelous shot.
And he will now go back and think of 14 and 15, what might have been without bogey, double bogey at those 2 holes, Pat.
I think he will learn an awful lot from those 2 holes, and it will be very helpful the rest of his career.
And he can learn from Larry Nelson.
Look out, that's going to go. Look out.
All right. That hit soft.
His putt is about $15,000.
What might have been, except for 14 and 15 for Azinger. Finishes at 18 under par.
And this is for the championship.
A great victory.
The 18th hole, the final round of the Bell South Atlanta Classic in Marietta, Georgia.
About 45 feet. Putting for eagle.
Oh, what a good putt.
That was right on the track, too.
That'll be birdie, and that'll put him back in a tie for the lead.
Well, he couldn't afford to give it too big a rap. Patty, goes now to 10 under par, and at least now he's tied for the lead.